This man had two hearts. How did doctors miss it? His heart rate monitor was acting strange. Two distinct rhythms, two different pulses. At first, the doctors blamed the machine. Then the ultrasound tech turned pale and said there's something moving around his heart. His heart was his greatest asset, literally. He was a lifelong marathon runner and firefighter, father of two. He took pride in his health and his pace, his strong, steady pulse. That was until one day it wasn't his. It wasn't a tumor. It was another heart. I'm the host. This is his two hearts. Let's jump in. Meet Marco, 39, strong, fast, and in total command of his body. It started with skipped beats, not the kind you feel in your chest, but in your head. Cardiac parasitic twin remnant, a vestigial second heart structure left over from a vanishing twin during early embryonic development. You see, in rare cases, early embryos start as twins, but one doesn't fully develop. Often the other absorbs the underdeveloped twin. Sometimes, though, parts of the undeveloped twin remain as teratomas or parasitic twins. Doctors hadn't considered this diagnosis because it's so uncommon. It had gone undetected for years. But as they explored further, they discovered that Marco's case was unique. In Marco's case, it was a rare functioning cardiac mass, a second heart tissue with its own pacemaker cells. Not a true heart, but just enough to beat. Dizzy spells mid-run. A sudden floaty sensation after exercise. Doctors were still baffled by what they had found. It could disrupt his normal heartbeat and lead to more serious complications. They had never seen anything like this in their years of medical training. And as far as they knew, doctors were eager to learn more about this unusual phenomenon. They knew that by studying Marco's case, Marco's story is a reminder that there is still so much we do and know about the human body. With a population of nearly 8 billion people, it's amazing to think that we haven't uncovered all the secrets of our own physiology yet. They might be able to shed light on a medical mystery that had puzzled doctors for centuries. Only a handful of similar cases had been reported in medical literature. The answer, it seems, lies in the fact that the second one wasn't exactly a carbon copy of the real deal. While it did have some similarities to a human heart, it lacked several key features. No pain, no warning, just off kilter. Then came fatigue. Comment below. We have the best and worst of medicine. I'll pick my favorite comment to win a prize. The discovery of his second heart led to a deeper understanding of a rare medical condition. Who knows what other mysteries await us? Be one day you'll stumble upon something that helps unlock the secrets of the human body and cures diseases that have plagued humanity for generations. One trace looked normal, another showed abnormal rhythms. His blood pressure, fine. Oxygen, normal. Some doctors suspected atrial fibrillation. Others said anxiety. Be well. One ATH doc even joked, maybe you've got a backup heart. This allowed some of the blood from his second heart to flow into his main one, which may have contributed to the irregular heartbeat he'd been feeling for years. Although it wasn't connected to the rest of his body's circulatory system, it was still beating away independently. But Marco wasn't laughing. He knew his body and something wasn't right. Instead, it functioned more like a simple sac filled with blood that periodically contracted, giving him the illusion of a heartbeat. He chalked it up to stress, aging, maybe overtraining. But the weirdest part, every time he checked his pulse, he felt two rhythms, one strong, one fluttery, like something echoing beneath it. He tried ignoring it, till one day his smartwatch showed two separate heart rates during one workout. He could feel the difference. Distinct pulses, one regular, one offbeat. Alarms went off in his head. Was this normal? He made an appointment with his cardiologist, who hooked him up to an EKG. Then during a late-night shift, it happened. He was climbing the stairs at the hospital when he collapsed. When he woke up, he was in the hospital, oxygen mask on, surrounded by monitors. One functional, one not supposed to be there, not an illusion, not a machine error. He had two hearts. Two distinct pulses blinked on the screen. Doctors had ordered a cardiac MRI stat. The scan revealed something surreal, two separate heart-like masses. But how could he have lived without knowing? Turns out Marco had a condition so rare it's only found in a handful of documented cases, and it had grown silently for decades, buried in his chest cavity, hidden in plain sight until now. So what's the craziest thing you've ever found inside a patient? Marco's story is so rare, it took the medical community by surprise. Not only did the second heart have its own distinct heartbeat, but it also had its own blood vessels and chambers. As if that wasn't enough, Marco also had a large vein connecting the two hearts. But how exactly had Marco managed to live with two hearts? For example, it didn't have any valves or major blood vessels attached to it, which meant that it couldn't pump blood effectively throughout his body. Despite these differences, it was clear that Marco's condition posed a serious risk to his health. If the two hearts continued to beat and sync, but despite the danger, despite the incredible odds, in Marco's case, thanks for watching.